Super Mario Party is the first of 3 Mario Party games released on the Nintendo Switch, and it's the only one with team-based boards, making it a perfect pick for some all-in family fun. Welcome to Buddy Up Gaming. Hi everyone, Marvin here. In this video, we're looking at Super Mario Party for the Nintendo Switch, a fast-paced, chaotic game that's bound to bring thrilling competitive play and plenty of laughs. Next to Mario Kart 8, this is my favorite game on the Nintendo Switch to introduce to new gamers. It features an endless roller coaster of minigames that are so creative and engaging. Many are super easy to pick up and perfect for first-timers, while others include diabolical twists that demand your best and earn you the bragging rights of being the top dog in your family. It's perfect for new gamers to start developing the hand-eye coordination that is critical for expanding their gaming repertoire. For my eldest, mastering this game is what allowed him to take on titles like Super Mario Odyssey and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Quick 30 to 60 second challenges called Minigames are at the heart of what makes Super Mario Party such a blast. But for first-timers, especially those who like to get things just right, facing over 80 different games can feel overwhelming. Fortunately, there's a mode dedicated entirely to minigames, and that's exactly where I recommend starting with your kids before jumping into the more traditional modes, like Mario Party or Partner Party. Minigames put a variety of skills to the test, everything from timing and hand-eye coordination to strategic thinking. The easiest minigames are the ones that ask players to simply react in the moment, like Fruit Forecast and Tall Order. And in general, many of the 2 vs 2 minigames are perfect for beginners. They let you team up with your child, guide them through the experience, and take some of the pressure off. It's a great way to build their confidence. Once your kiddos have gotten their feet wet, it's time to kick things up a notch with minigames that introduce a touch of strategy. Can Take Pancake and Spearmongers are great picks. In both, the core action is simple: grab items and collect them in your corner to score points. But there's an extra layer of challenge, figuring out which items are worth the most and timing your moves just right to snag them before your opponents do. It's a fun way to build decision-making skills while still keeping things light and approachable. Finally, it's time to shift the party into high gear with the fast-paced minigames that bring on the chaos. Slapperazzi is a huge hit in my family. The goal? Get your character closest to the camera whenever the photographer pops up, which could be from 1 of 5 spots. To gain an edge, you can slap your opponents, knocking them back and briefly stunning them. I'm sure there's a strategy guide out there somewhere talking about precise movement and perfectly timed slaps. But when you play Slapperazzi with kids, it feels more like giving them 10 pounds of sugar and letting them loose in a pillow fight. It's wild, it's loud, and it's hilarious. The 1 vs 3 minigames are another great step up once your kids have the basics down. They offer completely different challenges depending on which side you're on. The solo player usually gets a power advantage and has to think tactically, while the team of 3 needs to cooperate and communicate. You can choose based on your kid's skill level. Some games, like Dust Buddies or Block and Load, are pretty straightforward. Others, like Off the Chain or Drop Shot, ramp up the intensity for a more fast-paced experience. Once your kids are feeling confident with the minigames, it's time to branch out into the main party modes. I recommend starting with Partner Party instead of the traditional Mario Party. This mode lets you team up with your kid for their first few games, guiding them through the strategy it takes to win, and helping them out during the minigames that pop up at the end of each round. More importantly, being on the same team gives you a great way to help them manage the frustration that can come with learning a new system, especially when randomness gets involved. For example, the team that goes first has a big edge in reaching that first star. My youngest used to get really upset whenever an opponent beat us to it. If your kids react the same way, it's a great opportunity to teach them about playing the long game. You can't control turn order or dice rolls, but regardless of your luck, remember that you always need 10 coins to get a star. If you work with your kids to win the minigames that occur between rounds, chances are your opponents will run out of coins before they can grab another star. Losing the first star? Not a big deal, especially if you're in position to grab the next 3. Now, randomness really ramps up during the bonus round at the end of the match. Stars are awarded based on random metrics, like who won the most minigames, or who landed on the most event tiles. The problem is, some metrics even relate to negative outcomes, like being stomped on the most. So even if your team plays well overall, you might not end up with the bonus stars. I've played plenty of matches where victory was snatched away in the last moment when the computer team earned a star for the most unexpected reason. Teaching your kids what to expect can help them manage the highs and lows that come with Super Mario Party. Once they've got a good handle on Partner Party, that's the perfect time to let them try flying solo in Mario Party, the classic format that's been a part of the series since the very beginning. Now here are 2 quick tips to help your kids step up their game and feel more comfortable playing Partner Party. Most of the time, your best move is whatever gets you closer to the star. But sometimes, the path isn't so obvious. Maybe you rolled the wrong number, or there's an obstacle in the way. When that happens, look for opportunities to land on item tiles. Items can swing the game in a big way. At the very least, you might grab a mushroom to boost your movement, or slow your opponent down. Even better, you might score something that earns you coins, an ally, or even a star. If no item tiles are in reach, lucky tiles are your next best bet. And if you got room to roam, try to run over your opponents. Stomping them steals a coin, and landing directly on their tile can net you 3 to 5. Speaking of items, on any board except Domino Ruin's Treasure Hunt, try to keep a warp item handy. These boards are designed to reward teams that spread out, since stars often relocate to spots that are not easily reached by the player who just earned the star. Once one teammate is near the new star, use the warp item to bring the other one over. This doubles your chances of reaching it, and if you get lucky with your rolls, you might even land both characters on the star tile in the same turn, scoring double the reward. This strategy becomes especially powerful in the home stretch, when star tiles give 2 stars instead of 1. In some lucky games, I've used warp items to earn 6 stars in the home stretch. First, I snagged 2 stars with one character, then warped them the next turn and landed both teammates on the new star tile. After years of playing, I can confidently say, nothing feels quite as good as saving up your coins and then going on a spending spree in the final rounds to pull off a massive lead. I hope these tips help kickstart your kids' journey into the wild, wonderful world of Super Mario Party. It's a high-energy game that keeps you on your toes with its huge library of minigames. Once you and your kids get the hang of the basics, you'll have a blast outsmarting opponents on the boards and flexing your reflexes in every new challenge. And that one perfect dice roll that seals the win, that's the stuff of Family Legend. Now I'd love to hear from you. How do you like playing Mario Party with your kids? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and share your favorite strategies. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like and follow me at Buddy Up Gaming for more family-friendly gaming tips. Have a great party!